Alright, so we're back to the only game where you can force people to experience the Canadian wilderness until they die from it. It's The Sims 4. I shouldn't say that, The Long Dark does it too, and that's why I consider anything cold now to be the Canadian wilderness, because everyone spends all their time in that game dying of freezing. Today our lovely bunch of masochists have once again been given a beautiful mansion, to which they will live a mostly trouble-free life, until they begin to die horribly. They will have fun with items such as an in-home movie theater and a large dining room. They will also have fun with a slowly deteriorating climate that will eventually turn them all into human cans of frozen Bud Light. So I did basically the Florida challenge where I burned everyone alive last time, so this time it's going to be the Canada challenge, or the Russia challenge if you prefer, where people will freeze to death. Obviously, I have prepared an environment to aid in this, and if it doesn't work quick enough, I'll put all these bitches in towels and make it happen that way. This is like the only time where Florida Man is not full of confidence. Beforehand, he was like, "Hey, Gray, what's the challenge today?" And I was like, "It's the Frozen Canadian Wilderness Challenge." And he's like, "Oh, shit." Every once in a while, I pause the game and I find Spleens looking extra majestic. You know how some people are double jointed? Spleens is like that, but only in her eyes. Never mind, apparently Tonsil is double jointed in his eyes too. I had no idea they were both like this. I'm gonna go ahead and let everyone go inside this beautiful mansion here. I will say that every time Spleens leaves, she ends up getting pregnant, and I have no doubt that that may occur this time. I don't think that it's Tonsils getting her pregnant, because I honestly don't think that Tonsils can, like, see clear enough to get it in. I just noticed too, there's not a ton of bathrooms in this house. That's fine though. There's nothing like putting a toilet right next to the pool and a full liquor bar. I'm feeling really charitable today, so here's 3 of them. I'm not gonna lie, this monster potty partner says that it's toddlers only, but I need to find a way to make it so that the grown-up Sims have to use this. Yeah, Tonsils and Spleens, you bastards aren't getting out of this either. You wanna eat, you gotta do it outside. I love this laser litter box so much. It's because it's the only litter box that can, you know, incinerate cat crap and also get rid of bodies. Normally, the getting rid of bodies thing wouldn't be a great selling point, but honestly, in this game, you need it. Yeah, don't mind her. Every once in a while, Spleens likes to yodel at the stairs. This is the most awkward socialization I've ever seen in my life. I like how the movie is about like a little girl playing with her dog, and LSD is like, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's other people's enjoyment. Meanwhile, Florida Man's like, oh, so that's what it's like to have a decent youth. Tommy Weenus is still out here alone. He's having like this really impressive conversation with Tonsils, not understanding that Tonsils has no idea what the hell's going on. Tommy's like, you understand how I feel, and Tonsils is like, I like plastic. Oh god, the demonic possession has finally begun to overtake my cat. Spleens' body is like folding in upon itself now. Man, this is awesome. Y'all are outside. I didn't even have to force you to... What the hell? What the hell's wrong with LSD? Everyone else is having a good time. She looks like she's waiting to get stabbed. These toilets are actually so ornate, it doesn't even look like I'm trying to take away the human decency of the Sims by putting them out in the public. Oh, LSD is just talking to herself as she often does, that's all. I always love that Spleens looks like she's completely asleep. She's not. This is the first time I've seen the winter outfits from Florida Man and Bethamphetamine. What in the hell are you wearing? Bethamphetamine looks like some 1960s bed sheets threw up on a college student. Florida Man looks like the top half of him wants to sell a used car and the bottom half wants to be an extra on a Mr. Rogers episode or something. I see you have to pee there, Australian man. There's a couple of beautiful toilets right behind you, yeah. I like that Tommy Weenus just identified the walleye. Do you know how much enjoyment it gave him? The same amount of enjoyment everything else in this world gives him. 0. Oh, this is cute. Everyone's actually eating together over here at the table. See, it's hot dogs, hot dogs, hot dogs, and cocaine. You always know it's a good day when I've already had like 6 people urinate their pants. Tommy, you're wearing a bathing suit, right? It's just like vaguely colored like your flesh, correct? Okay, good. I'm not gonna lie, these are the faces that I expect to see whenever I'm torturing my Sims. It's like complete resigned depression. Tommy always looks depressed, but it's like the only thing that he knows he'll get for a prize after he's done with these laps is death. This shot of methamphetamine getting out of the pool is fantastic because it almost looks like a model shot right up until you get to the point where it's like an anorexic Rod Stewart's head on top of a woman's body. You can tell she was like, how do I show Gray less emotion so he doesn't know when I feel like I want to die? I know, I'll shave my eyebrows. What the hell's going on over here? Do I have to put like no roughhousing signs up by the friggin' hot tub? Like, I know that Australian man is probably just getting out as LSD is getting in, but it looks like he's knee striking her. She's so apathetic about it too. She's like, better than dying. It's so strange. These two do everything together. They're even sleeping in the damn hot tub together while Australian man creepily watches them in the background. It's so weird. It's like he's thinking to himself, are you two having fun? I hope you are, because I'll be seeing you soon. You sons of bitch. Bab, I'm not gonna lie, thanks for taking the time to clean one single plate. Australian Man is actually doing this to everyone. I think his plan is he's going to win by murdering everyone. He's standing there, he's like, you know what you do have? You have a bed. Yeah, it must be nice. Do you know what you don't have? A future. Australian Man has fallen asleep in the bathtub, which is good. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end up taking the roof off of the house, just to make things a little bit more difficult for the Sims cold-wise. Might as well turn that thermostat down too. LSD, what the hell happened to you? She's covered in crap and she's eating a bowl of food that's rotting. You've been in this house for one day. You look like you've been on the streets for 10 years. What in the holy hell did you people do to this toilet already? Great. Rotting, floating hot dogs by the fire pit. You couldn't even incinerate him. You just had to leave him here, defying gravity, you bastards. There's literally a $2,000 grill right to your left, and you're both gonna sit here and eat the rotting food. You know what? Actually, this is fine. It's the only way it's ever gonna get cleaned up. You're not gonna throw it out. Hey, Spleens, are you gonna come in the house, buddy? What are you doing? Are you just guarding the outside of it? Ho, 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 Sims. How y'all doing outside in the snowstorm? Having a good time? Yeah, I did this for your own good, because you bastards keep leaving rotting food outside, so I figured it will keep longer if I keep the ambient temperature below freezing. I like how out of everyone, Australian Man is the one that's most affected by this blizzard. All right, all you bastards, it's time to get the death moving along. Everyone gets swimming. Except for you, you have to swim around sadly. You can tell the moment I override the rational thought, Australian Man is like, you son of a bitch. Tommy Weenus, you have the biggest balls. Clearly you're the first one in. Good job. That's right, everyone joined the Polar Bear Club. Yes. Feels good, doesn't it? LSD Bab Ross wouldn't want you to miss out on this. They're like, maybe if we swim right next to the fire pit, everything will be all right. Where the hell's Florida Man? It figures his ass would be last. Where are you? Florida Man's like, joke's on you, Gray. If I'm the farthest from the pool, then I'll be the last one to die. That's right, I want at least 10 laps until you guys go back inside. Oh, Australian Man is the coldest right now. I guess it makes sense, though. Look at him struggle as his body slowly wills him to go to sleep forever. Australian Man's like, I know how to ward off this foul weather. This towel will help. Even Spleens thinks it's cold. Spleens is like, this is some bullshit. It's actually amazing me that these three are still swimming laps. Ah, everyone's starting to get the first stage of hypothermia finally. How the hell is this a relaxing swim also? They're swimming in a freaking blizzard. I guess if you consider everything else I've made these Sims do, Bab Ross is like, Gray, this is the most peaceful way you've killed us yet. Okay, LSD is the very first one. She's begun to freeze to death. I will say, LSD, your frostbitten skin really brings out the vibrancy of your pink hair. I don't really know where to put Australian Man in the grand scheme of intelligence. He's sleeping in his bath towel, but he is doing it right next to the little outdoor flame thing. Bab Ross has nothing to say about this weather. She's like, my fro shall protect me. Okay, Bab is number 2 right now. She too has begun to freeze to death, although she doesn't look so much like she's freezing. She looks like Colossus with a fro. You know Colossus, the X-Man that could like turn his skin to metal? She can also turn her skin to metal. Her other superpower is looking incredibly depressed all the time. That's right, LSD. Go to sleep. Go to sleep forever. That's right, Australian man. Use the toilet that's outside in the blizzard. Do it. Good. I don't think it's gonna happen to him, but I'm not gonna lie, it would be amazing if one of them died freezing to death while on the toilet. Australian man just went back into the pool? What the hell? I didn't even make him do this. He's like, I figure I would just end things a little bit quicker, Gray. Oh, never mind. He just wanted to get to the toilet. He thought the best way to do it would be to go through the pool. All right, multiple people are freezing to death again, but none of them has died yet. Bad news, everyone. LSD has died. Oh, wait, hold on. All the cocaine's kicking in. She's back. While Bab uses the bathroom, I'm very happy to see that all the rotting food is continuing to pile up outside. My Sims are the only people that can make a glass of water rot. Okay, everyone is freezing to death now, except somehow for Florida Man. He is just totally content to hang out on this chair and be totally fine. Don't get me wrong, he's still cold. He's just not freezing to death. Tommy Weenus played it too cool. He's freezing to death. There it is. And our first Simsicle is Tommy. Tommy's like, you can say I lost all you want, Gray, but I actually won, you bastard. I get the feeling as LSD freezes to death on the toilet, she may be next. She's totally next. She just got off the toilet. I appreciate that the only things not covered in ice are her hands, her breasts, and the complete unhappiness that scowls across her face. I like how Death is like, hey Gray, how's it going? Managed to figure out a way to rot food in the middle of a blizzard, I see. Yeah, par for the course. You're not about to urinate yourself right in front of Death, are you, Florida Man? Yep, sure is. All right, everyone, since there's 4 of you left, you know what it's time for? It's time for lap swimming. I love how LSD's overall feeling in Death is simply uncomfortable. I like how Death has like an upset stomach. He's like, this whole place smells like frozen moldy ass. Out of all the places Florida Man had to piss, he literally did it right in front of Spleens' food bowl. Australian Man is next. He was trying to get inside too. He tried to follow Death. Well, he actually did follow Death. He just followed the wrong one. I love how Death was just walking through the house. He was like, I really love this decor. Did someone just die? Methamphetamine. Next. I think, are they both going at once? Bab Ross went as well. That means that at this point, there's only one person left. Are you kidding? Hold on, where the hell is Florida Man? How the hell did he win this? He's trying to get through the blizzard, but he's still alive. Florida Man is starving and covered in piss, but he is the winner. Florida Man, congratulations. You get your own lifetime supply of rotting water. Spleens is over here like, why does it smell like piss in front of my food bowl? Tonsils legit ran away and he never came back for the whole episode. I like that the last thing that Florida Man did before anything else was start freezing to death and jump in the pool with the rest of the frozen dead bodies. I'm gonna leave you with this face. Anyway, folks, hope you enjoyed this episode of Sims 4. Until the next time, stay foxy and much love.